Hey, bro, listen, homie. Nah, I tried it another way, but he want to keep taking shots. I can take shots back. You failed at a few things.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, The Answer, man. You know that whole beef? Styles P, Wack, Adam, Hocus 45th. Wack went live to address it. This might have been a case of a misunderstanding, but the timing was weird. So you know social media, and here we go. Let's get to it.
Always a reactionary reaction. Yeah. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about who did what and who did what, who ain't what. Because, you know, people is telling people what they should have been doing. So we can talk about what people should have been doing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. We're going to talk about what people should have been doing, was doing, who's who, was what. Styles P, you jumping out the window for Hocus 45th. He's a hypocrite, right? I'm going to tell y'all what Hocus is doing. He's setting the stage because he's about to rat on his people. And that's cool. We already knew that, right? All this drop the flag, that's cool. We've been on that movement. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't got to drop your flag to eliminate the gangbanging. Your community is your community. We're not going to tell you to turn your back on your community, ignore where you come from, and then you become displaced and something ends up happening to you. But what we will do, right, is tell the youth, hey, what we was doing, it ain't cool. We've been doing that. Hocus 45th, he got a RICO, y'all, about 6-7 months ago, something like that. A sex, money, murder RICO. Y'all remember when he got the RICO and they let him go mysteriously and he started talking about mentioning the dude everybody get into it with on the internet. Everybody's catching a RICO. Listen, man, you got a RICO for whatever you got it for with sex, money, murder members in Georgia. Macon, Georgia or something. I don't know. We got the paperwork. We wasn't thinking about you, but the way I see it is Hocus is coming with this I don't gang bang, drop your flag thing because he's positioning himself so when he proffers or tells on these individuals, he gonna say, I was a civilian. Y'all remember I told y'all this. Hocus is gonna say, I was a civilian. So you know when I told, I was a civilian. Now, Adam 22 decided to see something. He don't even know this clown Hocus. He talking about this dude, this blue dude from 60s, or used to be from 60s. If you notice, he mentioned the Fanta bottle and all this. He said GDBD. So now that's 607 he trolling. He trolling 2-3 people in his skit. He ain't told the kids, don't listen to nobody. He simply seen something and started trolling. So what? Now, what I got a problem with Styles is this. Hey, Styles, you a rapper, homie. Cool. We with the Locks. My brother Slay love the Locks. Used to look out for Slay. But who are you to think your voice could reach across the West Coast and say, you street ninjas in that building need to whoop-de-whoop and whoop-de-whoop or y'all this and this that. Nah, bro, you don't work like that. You ain't nobody like that. You's a rapper. Come on, bro. A lot of people don't even know. You be talking about you did time for somebody. Let's talk about it. You in a nightclub, bro. You in a nightclub. You chose to take a blade out of everywhere you can poke a man. You poked a man in his butt cheek. This is a fact. You the man in his glutes, not his ribs, not his side, not his head, not the back of his neck. You chose to a man while his back was turned. in his butt cheeks. This is why you did 8 months. Right? Let's just keep it real. Right? Adam could troll however he want to troll. You never heard Adam say, kids keep gang banging. Adam would tell you in a minute he think gang banging is stupid. But he will employ some gang members. The time they had no jumper is the time they out the streets. The time they had no jumper is the time they're making money and not flocking and robbing somebody. Right? So, you know, when y'all say Adam's a culture vulture, Adam is contributing to the culture. This culture of entertainment, it is not, has never been controlled by one race, top to bottom. There's many races that play different roles in this entertainment thing. Let's just be real, bro. You know, football, baseball, basketball, it's the same way. You look at the basketball courts, predominantly black. You look at the owners. They don't look like us. But guess what? We got a few that do now. But without the owners of the team, then the politics wouldn't be there for the brothers on the floor to generate the income that they generate and be successful, and for us to know them as we know them. So I'm not, it's like everybody got a complaint, man. First, they not helping us. First, we can't this. And then when they open the door, oh, they this, they that. No, bro, you go in there, you learn the trade, you see what they doing, and you go head on and you make good with it what you want to make good with it. But Styles P, the problem I got with you is, bro, you should have kept it on Adam. And even keeping it on Adam, I don't feel Adam did nothing wrong. He trolling. Nobody said, hey, New Yorkers, don't drop your flags. Everybody know that. I tell you, once I leave the state of California, I don't fraternize with nothing cripping the blood and the power ruin anyway. That's just me. So I've never became a part of you guys' problems. Nobody over there that can say Wack influence, Wack came over here, motivated us to do this, that, and other. That ain't what we do. But Styles like, bro, you just a rapper. That's it, bro. You ain't never been known for none of that, bro. Like, you know, it's a few rappers in the game that will pull up. You know, Trey the Truth, he'll pull up. You know, it's a few rappers that will pull up. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones. Jim Jones has pulled up several times, even way back to his certified gangsters. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't one of them dudes. 6ix9ine, say what y'all want. 6ix9ine at one time was pulling up. K Slay pulled up. You get what I'm saying? Dave East pulls up for real and goes to the Harlems. You know, it's some rappers that do pull up that if they spoke, we'd be like, well, you know, bro be in the backyard. He's speaking his opinion. All right, cool. But you, Styles P, bro, you can't talk to nobody about what they doing and what they not doing and where they been and where they going. Because you got a few situations in your life that we might could question, where was you at a time of need? All right? Now, Wack responsible for something. A Wack is sitting there in the video. I'm holding the camera. I'm commenting in the background and you hear, see me. Cool. But, bro, when you say the street over there and in the build and all that, hey, bro, listen, homie. Nah, you need to slow down and correct yourself. You ain't no Crip or no blood anyway. You ain't none of that. You failed at a few things. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all, Styles got my number. He got my number. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe got my number. Styles P got my number. Kiss got my number. We all know who each other is. So at the end of the day, I tried it another way, but he want to keep taking shots. I can take shots back. You failed at a few things. All right? So, you know, if you don't want to start addressing things about you, maybe you might want to Stop pulling other people in that has nothing to do with them. Adam's troll had nothing to do with New York. Nothing. He trolling a whole nother out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? He trolling somebody else. Had nothing to do with New York. Bro, you know, you talking about you went upstate. Nigga, you went upstate with dude in his butt cheeks, bro. We don't give you no brownie points for that, bro. You ain't, all right, you make good music, but we all know the Locks is 3 people. Jadakiss is being the heartbeat of that. You know what I'm saying? The other brother, he hard too, good dude. He always showed my brother K Slay a lot of love. So ain't nothing at the Locks. I'm talking to you. It's like me saying, yeah, you Locks need to know. The Locks ain't said shit. Jadakiss ain't said nothing. The other homie ain't said nothing. Styles, you speaking, and that's cool, you can speak. But speak to those that you need to speak to. Stop throwing other people in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Smurder and about 50 other New York had Adam 22 walking through the streets of New York, taking them to dope spots, projects, pointing out places. He's screaming no jumper on the sidewalk. Have y'all, as you say, G-checked Bobby Smurder? Because this same white dude was in your backyard. Have y'all said, yo, Bobby, you got a DP coming for this, or a DP coming for that? And another thing I don't like, I get a call from a bozo. He tell me, yo, Wack, if you disrespect Styles P, you disrespected New York. Nigga, go swallow a banana. Styles P ain't the face of New York. Respectfully. Styles P is not the face of New York. If an individual says something to an individual and I address that individual, that's me at that individual. If that individual just so happened to be from New York or be from Colorado, Florida, it has nothing to do with where you're from. Got something to do with the individual. That's it. So I'm getting tired of that. I had a dude tell me, oh, every time you say something about a dude from the nigga got to talking about Biggie and Tupac, man, hey, listen, bro. When was you born? 86. He was 10 years old when Pac died, 11 when Biggie died. What are you talking about? What this got to do with that? Pop Smoke? What Pop Smoke got to do with us? You know, if a dude from Cali goes to New York and robs a dude or a group for $500,000, a group, and then goes back to New York, it's a good chance something gonna happen to him. I'm not gonna blame the people that handled their business. I'm gonna say, yo, bro, you stole something from the people. You know how that go. You know, all this old fake, made up, miscellaneous, this beef and all that. Nah, bro. Nah. Styles got out of line, and I'm here to address him. You know what I'm saying? Styles, don't you ever open your mouth up and tell, I'm going to tell you, me, what I better be doing. You ain't nobody like that, bro. You ain't nobody to be telling nobody what they better do. You had a beef with a dude, saw him in a nightclub, and him in the booty. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. We don't believe nothing you be talking about you would do. You's a rapper to give you your clout for that, cool. Right? Cool. But Negro, before you open your mouth, we don't care what Hocus 45th talking about. Hocus is setting himself up. Y'all remember I told y'all this. On that Rico, Hocus is going to proffer. He's going to tell on one of them sex, money, murder dudes. This is why he's doing what he's doing. Hocus, you was just online talking about we catch the predator and call the police. That's what you was doing. Your homies didn't agree with that. They're like, Hope, you can't be doing call the police. If you're going to catch the predator, we deal with it in the streets. You said you didn't care, so I'm sitting back doing the math. Hocus has already been leaning towards the police activity. All right, cool. That's his way of doing things. Cool. Now he's talking about drop the flag. The feds don't care about you dropping your flag after they done caught you with the flag. See, Hocus, you got caught with the flag. You on a RICO with all sex, money, murder members. I don't know. Then you tried to turn around and insinuate it was me. You tried to pull a Big U. Big U about to release a statement letting people know Wack 600 ain't got nothing to do with my case, nothing to do with my arrest. His case started with a financial crime and led to where it led to. It'll be coming out shortly. We give him a week. If not, then we're going to do what we got to do. Shout out Kenny Kingpin and my man Eddie Boy. But Styles P, yeah, bro, you dead wrong. I don't know if you clout chasing. I don't know if you mad at Jadakiss because he got the Joe and Jada show going on. I don't know. You got your juice bars and things. I go support the one in Yonkers every time I'm out that way. I'm confused, Styles, on why you chose to insert me and ain't nothing but three dudes that come from the streets in the building. Me, Munchie B, and Aunt Hefe. So what you screaming what we better do? And this weird word, G-check. Man, we don't even know what that means, bro. Did you G-check Bobby Smurder? Bobby Smurder had Adam 22 all through the New York and the projects in the streets. Adam got the cameras out, screaming, no jumper, no jumper. Niggas want to rap for Adam and yo, that's the dope spot. Yo, this was such and such got, and yo, did y'all check them? They in New York. Before you think your voice could echo 3,000 miles away, let it echo right where you stay. That's all I'm saying. Styles P, keep that same energy for Bobby Smurder, but you won't. Because you know that little black wild little ninja might come see you. He might come juice your bar. That's why you won't. Don't be reaching over here telling us what we better be doing in the building. How about you tell your people what they better not be doing on their blocks?
All right, y'all, there it is. Yo, salute to the locks. Salute to the East Coast, too. You know, that West Coast stuff, I stay out of it, man. All right. This East Coast thing, I'm a little more protective. With this one, they need to get on the phone, hammer this out. I think what Styles was saying was right. Send a message to the youth that the streets is dead. Wack say the same thing these days. He ain't subscribing to all the gangbanging and this. So they really not saying nothing different. It's just about Adam, and his message wasn't for Hocus, but still was culturally insensitive. That's the issue as opposed to who it was intended for. So hopefully they hash that out as men. Something come out publicly that they had squashed that. They get it. They on the same page. And we can move on and let the youngins know that it ain't the way to go. Whether it's RICO, jail, anything else. Like, there's nothing left out there. So choose a better option. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, it's your boy. We out.